This week's episode is brought to you by the Top Podcast Book Club. If you're interested in reading a book and having a discussion with us, which we'll talk about at the end of each month, go ahead and check the description for Discord. Join it and join our book's discussion where you can vote on what book we're going to read next and we can discuss the book together. We're also going to try to keep the books under 15 hours, so if you have Spotify Premium, you can read along with us for free. Hope to see you there. Welcome to this week's episode of the Top Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Rob. I'm joined with me my friends Mike.
Hello.
And Lou.
Hello.
Well, hello. Just to get some housekeeping things out of the way. Obviously, as you heard before, we're doing a book club. Join our Discord down below, and we should have a poll coming up on which books we want to read, and it'll be majority vote. Next up, we have, I believe, this upcoming Saturday, the 22nd. So we're not recording it, we're recording this a week earlier, but that week we're having a Valheim shutdown server party. So, thank you to everyone that's come and played Valheim with us. But we're going to try to see if we can beat the game. I mean, even if you don't play Valheim, just come hang out with us and it'll be a great time. And then lastly, we've had something historic happen these past 2 weeks. So there has been an international topper wave that has taken over the podcasting's listening, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that, just the audio format. They've taken over. They've usurped the Metro Detroit area, which is our area. That's our hometown. So I want to shout out freaking New Zealand. You guys are the top toppers. Not even internationals. You're the top toppers right now.
Dang,
Minus Cantwell, but yeah, you guys are topper nation. Go to New Zealand. Shout out to you guys.
I did a presentation at work about New Zealand.
Oh, what was it about?
Maori culture and the kind of the blending of the indigenous people and the colonial people. Mm-hmm. The assignment was do a report on, or a presentation on anywhere in the Southern Hemisphere that isn't South America. And I was like, I don't know. And so I came up with, I was like, New Zealand. That's where they filmed Lord of the Rings. We'll see what's up with that place. And it was pretty interesting.
Did you get in any remarks about Hobbiton or anything like that?
I had one or two small Lord of the Rings nods, but I didn't want to infuse the whole thing with it because there was actually a ton of interesting information. So the history spoke for itself for the most part.
Mm-hmm. So if you're from New Zealand, go ahead, leave us a comment, give us a shout out. Let us know if you want to see Mike's presentation. That can be an off-week thing. We'll have him just...
It was not that good. It was proof positive that I do not know how to do PowerPoint, that's for sure.
Didn't do that in homeschool a lot?
Nope. No, we did not.
Okay, Lou. Did you ever do PowerPoint in high school or college or anything like that?
PowerPoint presentations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I had a class that was a presentation class.
Nice. Did you ever use animations to draw out your time?
Oh, no. I mean, sorry. No, I didn't.
I did it all the time in high school.
I'm so sorry. Had a long day. No.
Watch your profanity.
So, I didn't even say it all the way, though. So you gotta give me some credit. I'm just a kid from Detroit. Dang it.
I said the C, not the CK.
It's Q at the end. Yeah, no, whenever there's you have to do a presentation for 5 minutes, I was putting in the longest animations or slide transitions possible to try to pad it out.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
But
I did writing papers. I did make some of the letters white.
Yeah.
Just to pad the time. I've done that before.
Yeah, I know some people that did that for our case studies in Bible. They would just add a bunch of white letters at the back. He found out one person. I don't know how he found out, but he did. And then he's like, you can't do that. And people continued to do that, and he didn't catch him. So,
wait, so is it just because they would look at the word count in the document tools?
Yep, you just look at the word count, document tools.
That's brilliant. I was sitting there when I was in college. It was still pages. Mm-hmm. And so I'd be sitting there cranking up the font on my periods and stuff a little bit, trying to just eke out an extra couple lines.
Okay, I thought you meant like you had the right pages. I'm like, like man, your school was behind.
No. It was like you'd be typing it out, but it would be like write a 3-page essay. The fact that it wasn't just like write a 5,000 word essay or whatever is mind boggling at this point. But yeah, so that was one of the things you do. You need to like, you'd be like, all right, I'm like 3 lines away from hitting the last page, and you just go through and just, turn up little things. Just honestly, you spent more time doing that than if you just cranked out a few more words.
All right. Well, each week we like to start with an icebreaker question. This one I got a blind rank, so I want you to blindly rank these fast food breakfast places without knowing what comes next.
Oh, heck yeah.
First up, we got Wendy's.
I think Wendy's is slept on, low key.
I do too.
We got the breakfast baconator, honey butter chicken biscuit sandwich 2.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of. I don't even know what number 1 is. That's the issue.
Well, we'll see if we get there.
I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 2.
2? All
No,
right.
I'm gonna do 3. 3.
Okay,
I'll
all
do
right.
3.
Don't want to conform. Next up, Chick-fil-A.
5.
I never had it, so I'm gonna have to put it at 5.
Did not like it.
It's just like they have like the little like sandwiches, right?
They got sandwiches. They're just like, I'll take McDonald's any day of the week for breakfast over Chick-fil-A. Didn't like their coffee. Didn't like their sausage, egg, and cheese. Had one of their chicken breakfast sandwiches. Wasn't a huge fan. The chicken was good, but as a breakfast place, no thank you.
The Lord's chicken.
So you guys both putting it at 5? Ranking the Lord's chicken that low?
But no, I never had it, so I gotta put it at 5.
Well,
Good chicken, bad breakfast.
Next one up is the classic fast food breakfast, McDonald's.
3.
What's better than McDonald's, Mike? What do you say? What do you?
Wendy's and one other thing.
What are you prophesizing, big dog? I just like. I don't know. It's not better than. It's not better than Burger King. Oh. Okay. Oh no.
Jim.
I got 4, 2, and 1.
Yes, sir.
I'll do 2.
2? All right. Next one is Burger King. We'll see if that's
4.
the one. Okay.
I'll put that one at 4 as well.
All right. So, Lou, you have your number 1, right? And then Mike.
So we just have McDonald's and Wendy's swapped at 2 and 3.
And you have, so you guys both have, yeah. And your number 1 is Taco Bell breakfast.
Perfect list.
Amen.
I haven't had it in like 10 years.
Taco Bell breakfast is so
Fantastic.
slept on, dude.
What's your go-to?
You get the
Crunchwrap.
bacon crunch wrap with an orange juice and the I call them the God testicles, but the little like cream-filled donut
Like
balls. So good.
The Cinnabon things.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Cinnabons? Is that what they are?
Cinnabons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cinnabon
your mouth is
delights.
getting wet. I can hear it, Mike. Oh my gosh.
See, I like more the steak AM Crunchwrap, but I do frick with the bacon sometimes.
Steak's good. I prefer the steak in the in a burrito. Good breakfast burrito too, though.
Lou, do you agree with your list, or how would you change it up?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I try not to eat fast food in the morning. I think that is a very American thing to do since we got.
If you're gonna shock your gut, might as well get it out of the way, you know?
Yeah,
You can digest it the whole day.
I guess so. I'd rather not pound 1,000 calories just in God's balls. Here we are.
Copy. All right. Well, let us know how you guys would rank that, if you played along with us, or just in general, how you rank that. But this week is a listener-requested topic, so go ahead and leave down in the YouTube comments, Spotify comments, Apple comments. But it's Beckett wanted to know, what would be the top 5 pieces of entertainment we'd want to have with us in the apocalypse? So that could be movies, video games, TV shows, books. But I also we're allowing a super pick, so you could have one series or franchise or whatever, or full television show. But that's all you get. You get one, and it's for the apocalypse. You can play online, but you're stuck to the game chat. I'm allowing mods because we did a similar topic for Desert Island video games, and that was mods were allowed. So
I'm going to be honest too. I did think of this as Desert Island, as opposed to Apocalypse. Really, it comes out to the same thing, but just like the tone of being trapped on a desert island is a little less depressing. Mm-hmm. And so, I probably would have gone for more cheerful stuff had I remembered it was Apocalypse.
Well, at least you can start a cult in the Apocalypse. That's
true.
Oh wait, are other people playing video games if it's the Apocalypse?
Yeah, I mean, not as much as it would be, but enough that you can see a few people now and again. If you have a full computer, there's going to be someone else that has a computer up and running.
That's a good point.
But my number 5, I wanted to pick a book, but this one was a struggle for me. So this is the one I'm the least sure of. It can easily get swapped out for anything else. But I wanted a book. I didn't want something that was straightforward. Just a linear story. I wanted like a collection of sorts and something I could break up and you kind of read different times, all different time, all times of day, all times of year. So I went with this book I have in my collection. It is the Edgar Allan Poe Complete Stories and Poems. It is a little more on the sad side, but his poems vary from the classic Edgar Allan Poe to kind of more heartwarming stories, and I just think it'd be a good balance. It's enough that there's enough variety. I won't get sick of it. And for the most part, it's short stories, so I can kind of break up my reading experience there. Lou, you ever read any Poe?
Nope. I heard Poe was a dirty dog, though. I heard he had a lot of sex. So I wonder if that shines through in his
he had some pretty messed up stuff, so he could have been some weird things. Pretty sure he had like an opium addiction or something like that, but I mean, who didn't back then?
Who didn't back then, right? Yeah. Coca-Cola had it all, right?
Yeah, it was before Coca-Cola, but yeah,
Yeah, I know. Detroit education.
Mike, have you read Poe at all?
Yeah, man. I mean, he's better than Lovecraft.
You're not a fan, though?
I want so badly. My Uncle Paul is a big Poe fan. Yeah, just doesn't do it for me.
It's fair. It's weird though, because I would think, just knowing your tastes, that you would be a big Poe fan, but
the aesthetic I love. Mm-hmm. Like I love the idea of it. It's just like I get bored. Mm-hmm. It doesn't do anything for me.
It's fair. Lou, did you in your Detroit public schools? Did they have you ever read like the Telltale Heart or something like that? Because that was in one of our English classes. We read some of Poe's poems or short stories.
No, we did Greek mythology. I think that was like That's fun. Wildest one that we went to, mm-hmm. but mostly just putting a bullet, put in a billet. Oh my gosh, I'm stroking out. Putting a bullet in Lenny. That was a big one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, good book.
Look at the flowers.
Good book. And to get black. Ooh, I'll finish my. That's it. That's
all right. Sounds good. Well, Mike, what's your number 5?
My number 5. I also wanted a book, but I was having a hard time picking. I wanted to pick a really long book because I was like, I want to be able to get some use out of this thing. But I couldn't think of a massive book that I liked that I would want to return to over and over that wasn't part of a series already.
Name of the Wind?
And Name of the Wind is part of a series.
We don't talk about book 2.
I like book 2. So I went ahead and went in the exact opposite direction, and I went with The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, which is like one of the shortest books I could have picked. But it's a fantastic book from start to finish. Eustace's character transformation is so good. And all the other characters around Eustace are still really excellent. And it just felt like something that I could read that wouldn't bog me down too much in this hypothetical catastrophic situation that we find ourselves in.
Mm-hmm.
and it's one that I've been reading since childhood, so I know I can come back again and again and again.
Mm-hmm. Being the certified hater on this pod, I rank that at number 5 in my Narnia rankings when I read them.
Really?
This past month, yeah.
Have you read them all recently?
Yep, I read this past month. Read them all in publication order.
Good man.
I just wanted more from it. I think I understand it's a kid's book, but like maybe just reading epic fantasy. There's a lot of things like, well, we could have explored that more, and I wanted kind of more from that. And I was just kind of sick of, spoiler, Deus Ex Aslan showing up like 5 times. Like, I get it. I get it's an analogy, but from a story perspective, let's have something else besides Aslan showing up and saving the day.
That is spoken like a true Tolkienite. So
I'm actually enjoying this
your opinion.
So I think there's something wrong with me, guys.
You said you enjoy the Silmarillion. Yeah, there is something deeply wrong with you.
I enjoy listening to Andy Serkis perform the Silmarillion, and it is a performance.
That is a separate thing.
Yeah,
I have heard my mom's been listening to the Andy Serkis Rings books, and I was like, okay, this is different than the last guy who read the Rings books.
Yeah. Lou, have you read any Narnia books?
I read them I read one as a kid, but I don't remember anything of it, and I don't really remember the movies as well. How many movies were there? Was there
3?
2?
3 movies. I will say you can get the entire thing for a single Audible credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would be really fascinated to hear your takes on these books.
Mm.
And I think you would enjoy most of them.
Patrick Stewart does the last battle.
Oh, he's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Stewart's last battle is just fantastic.
I love how when he voice acts the animals because he like tries to make it sound like an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this year I've been trying to read a lot more older books, but the first book I picked is wild.
What book?
It's the one Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh,
I did not like that book.
We started
I read
that
it in
movie.
high school, but I didn't like it.
It's the first sentence is crazy. And it's one of my wife's favorite books as a teenager. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you remember this part? And she was like, oh, no, I don't. It's like, yeah, you do, you lying. You lying serpent. Sorry, no.
Remember that? Me? No.
Me? No. I don't remember the sexual assault. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to finish it or not. It's a small book, so I should finish it.
Hey, if you don't finish it, it'll be like just when we tried to watch the movie. I don't know if you guys finished it, but I left it, near the end. I think.
Were you with us when we watched it?
Yeah, and then I think I had to go. I had to leave
for part of it.
Yeah, it's for part of it. I didn't watch it all.
Oh man. All right.
Yeah. At least, Michael, can we agree that Prince Caspian is the worst Narnia book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Prince Caspian sucks, but it is the most boring book I've ever read.
Ooh, suck.
Lou, you would love most of the series, I promise.
Yeah. Silverchair is the best one, but we'll move on.
My understanding is that the analogy in Prince Caspian is about waiting on God. And you can tell because it is slow.
It sucks for everybody.
The movie was better. Yeah. So, all right, Lou, what's your number 5?
So, Robert, you really messed me up with this one because as soon as we got done with the podcast last week, we were talking about this topic, and you said maybe I'll pick something that I haven't read yet. Mm-hmm. So you were talking about reading. I can't remember.
Discworld, Terry Pratchett.
Yes, Discworld, and in my head, I was like, yeah, I probably should not pick things that I've done before. I probably should pick new things that I haven't really tried.
Whoa.
And so I tried a little bit of this, mixed with a little bit of the stuff that I know I'll like. So my number 5 is Hades 2. It's still in early access, but you get online.
Oh.
And so that will pick up. So Hades, I mean, Google it.
Roguelike, right?
It's a roguelike, yep.
Yeah.
It's built really well. I liked the first one a lot. I just got busy and just didn't finish it. And I was thinking, hey, this is a brand new game. They're gonna come out with more stuff. Hades 2.
Mm-hmm. Plus, roguelike, so deeply replayable.
Exactly. That's one of the things that I was going to talk about. Thank you, Mike, for bringing that up. But yeah, deeply replayable, really good. I like the story, the characters in it. I thought were like well written for a roguelike, which is like I remember Aphrodite, I think, has a crush on you or something like that. Your father's real relationship with your father is kind of hinted towards. That's not that good. And then you have to beat your father at the end in Hades. Yeah, I
So
think they did a really good job.
is it a spoiler if I ask, do you play as Hades, or is it just like a Greek inspired roguelike where you're like going to the Hades like underworld?
So in the first one you play as Hades' son, which I
Okay.
can't remember his name, and then the second one you play as Hades' daughter.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're trying to get out of Hades.
You're trying to get
like
out
you're
of
trying to
Hades.
break out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's cool because like the NPCs will like remember choices you made, right? And so like they'll comment about your previous runs.
Yep. Which is, I feel like, is kind of lacking story written or story at all in most roguelites.
Because you kind of can't do story and procedural generation.
Yeah. Yeah, but in this one they do a really good job. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a fun game. It was a little hack and slashy for me, but not like if I was gonna play a hack and slash game, that would be one of the first ones I'd consider.
How does
I also was Oh, sorry.
go for it?
Oh, I was thinking like I was trying to also put myself in the mindset of like where I would be at, like how would I would be feeling, like, and what would I want to like counteract that. I feel like boredom would be like one of the first ones. If it's just me, I think my family died, so I would have to like be sad. So I picked like something that would make me feel better. I would be bored out of my mind. I couldn't do anything food related because I'd be hungry. I'd like super hungry. You know.
No
A lot of
overcooked.
No overcooked. Overcooked if you do overcooked by yourself, you're a
Yeah,
psychopath.
for real.
And you know, I don't want to meet you in the back of an alley.
How does the online component to Hades 2 work? It's just like you can go through it together?
No, I think it's a single. I think it's a single thing.
Okay.
It's a single player. Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming there'd be mods in the future, so hopefully it'll maybe change the game or fix some things. But no, this is not a modded. My next one is what is modded.
Okay.
The one that I care about.
All right. Well, my number 4 is a TV season, and I find a lot of times it's just, this is like my comfort pick. Like, this is the show that, as of right now, is like my go-to. Just put it on the back. Really, any episode I'll love, besides, later ones, but, it's neither here nor there. It's not in the pick.
The Office.
The Office, yep. Actually, I like the later ones. I only watch the later. So this is my comfort thing, and there was 3 seasons that were neck and neck for me, which one I'm going to pick. But I'm going to go with season 5 of How I Met Your Mother, with some of my favorite episodes being The Wedding Bride, Suits vs. Girls, which, my opinion, has the best song in the whole series. Say
That's
Cheese,
a really good song.
The Last Cigarette, and The Playbook are all like...
Ooh,
Nothing suits me like a suit.
That song lives rent-free in my head. But yeah,
I forgot about that until today, but it came right back.
So good.
What would you do if you had to choose between suits and a pot of gold? Suits. Come on, Lily, be serious. No. But for me, it was really between seasons 2, 4, and 5. And going through the list, I love all 3 of them, but I think 5 just squeaks past the other ones. And I would be happy with just one season, because obviously I'm not going to watch the last 2 seasons of the show. A lot of people just complain about season 9. I think you can start to go downhill in season 8. And
100%.
and I can just I'm happy with this one season. And it, like I said, it's my comfort show. So when I'm not reading dark, depressing stuff from Edgar Allan Poe or doing the other things, I'll have that on in the background. Maybe I'll have it on my second monitor if I have my computer set up. Just something the fun watch and take my mind and distract me from whatever apocalypse happened.
No can do'sville, baby doll.
Pulling it off. I'm Ted Mosby. LP said it that time.
That is a really good season.
Mike, I know you. I don't know if you like How I Met Your Mother as much as I do, but what season would you say is your favorite, if you know off the top of your head?
I don't know off the top of my head. I could tell you my favorite episode without skipping a beat.
Which is?
Mary the Paralegal.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that one.
Yeah.
That one is just top tier comedy. Oh man, I don't know that there's a bad season. 1 through 7 are all just excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to do a rewatch in all honesty, but it's just it's so good. Like the show just does not get bad for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it's bad, it's still better than a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about you, Lou? Do you have a favorite season?
Yeah, I also don't have a favorite season. Marshall's my favorite character, and so I really enjoy when they try to fight a cheeseburger, when they try to find that.
I believe that's in season 5. It might be in season... No, it's season 4, because I would have had that one. I love that episode.
That's such a good episode
where
they reach Spillman.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So
hey pal,
good.
here's a tip. Good cup of coffee? Starbucks.
Yeah, or when Marshalls tries to start doing like marathons and he has to his like nipples start shaving.
Marshall versus the sheep. That one?
I think so.
No, that's
And
the
then,
one where Barney ends up running the marathon. That's in season 2. We just watched that one like last week.
And then the Naked Man, where he scores with Robin. Crazy, dude.
2 out of 3 times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and how it ends is that they both try. Wait, all 3 try.
All 3.
Right?
I think Robin's the one that doesn't work on, right? Or is it?
No, I thought Barney.
Barney's doesn't work. Ted's works, and then Lily does it to Marshall.
Oh yes, Lily does it to Marshall.
Oh yeah, Robin is
the
man.
initial one,
yeah.
And then Marshall calls slut, and then it works on him, which is totally not an apples to apples comparison, but whatever.
Yeah, I can keep going, but
Great show.
Yeah, no favorite season, but I'm a big Marshall fan.
Mm-hmm. What's your number 4, Mike?
Ah, man, it is so tough to order these. I think though. All right, this is my weird pick. I could come up with 5 or 4 fairly easily. But I thought, you know what? In this scenario, all media essentially has been wiped away. And so my number 4 piece of media is going to be Google Docs. Because I think it'd be really fun to try and rewrite all my favorite stories from memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then just take over as the grand storyteller of the apocalypse. I'm the one who can bring media back. And I think that'd be really fun to just... I remember how Harry Potter went. I can get close enough. I with the exception of Dawn Treader, I remember the gist of, I don't even need to try and remember. I could just write a better version of Lord of the Rings, please.
Hey, now.
I just think that'd be great. It's the apocalypse. What else am I going to do? I'm going to rewrite everything I can remember and just like kind of yesterday it.
I was going to say, have you heard this movie called Yesterday?
Have you ever heard of the movie called Book of Eli, where a blind man tries to rewrite the Bible?
I think he remembers the Bible.
Yeah,
he has it memorized.
Yeah.
I definitely do because Eli was in my End of the Apocalypse all blind team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Just seems like that's what you're doing, buddy. Well, that's pretty cool.
Oh wow! I mean, that's fair. Would not have guessed that. That was gonna be one of your picks.
I told you I had one weird one.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, Lou, what's your number 4?
My number 4, I think, is my weird pick as well. I'm gonna do Street Fighter 6. I was trying to think of something that I have all this time.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you mean Street Fighter 2 6?
No.
Sorry,
No.
I'm making a joke on the fact that they've remade Street Fighter 2 like a gazillion times. I legitimately didn't know they went past 2. I thought they just kept making sequels of 2.
No, it's Street Fighter 6. I thought about either doing 2 or 6, and I just picked the newer version because everybody's saying it's a good one. I wanted to get good at Street Fighter as a teenager, and then I figured out it's very like chess, where you know how to do it, but it takes forever to get good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all this time, and if I can get like one of those nice big fat controllers, like the big box controllers, the joystick and everything, I got all this time. I might as well learn how to do it. There's so much terminology, all the cancel jumping and blocking and countering. Hadoukens, all that jazz. It's not even a game that I really care about, but I could get good at it.
It's a good time sink.
Yeah, it's a good time sink. So
that's an excellent point.
Is it just because you always want to get good at it? Like, why did you choose that over like Mortal Kombat or Smash Bros?
I was going to say Melee.
Yeah, I mean, because I played a lot of Mortal Kombat and Smash Bros, and I haven't played a lot of Street Fighter. So it's sticking with the same idea of like, never really played it. Always wanted to get good at it. Was a big fan of Tekken. So I've already played a lot of that as well. Yeah, it's just a street fighting game, and I really like the characters too. I think.
Who's your main right now?
Well, I don't own the game.
Well, I'm just saying. Would you go Ryu?
Could guess I would not do Chun-Li, you perverts.
Doing Ken?
Degenerates. I'm gonna do.
I don't know who that is.
Chun-Li. Oh,
yeah, I don't
show a
play the
picture.
game.
I'm sure you would know.
Make sure, yeah, you'll know.
Blue Komodo, kind of. It's not really Komodo.
I'm gonna do.
Yep.
I'm gonna do Zangief. Is that his name? The Russian wrestler.
The big guy.
Yeah, the big guy. That's gonna be my guy.
Nice. Never played. Actually, I may have played at like a quarter arcade that was attached to a bar, but never actually really played. How about you, Mike? You ever played? I know you're old
trash
school.
at those games.
Does your uncle play Street Fighter? I can see him play
yes,
Street Fighter 2.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only plays 2. The original, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's got 2 for Super Nintendo. Honestly, it'd be fun to get him and Andrew in a room together.
Does Andrew play Street Fighter?
I want to say he does. I know he's good at fighting games in general, but I think Street Fighter 2 might be one of his like the ones he sunk a lot of time into.
But that would not be hard to organize.
Compared to many of my other friends, yeah, they're still in the same state, so
relatively close to each other.
Oh, and the mods of Street Fighter is wild. I think a lot of degenerates make the mods for Street Fighter.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask what type of mods they have, but it's like skins and everything.
It is just skins
and shirts
and mostly skins. But yeah.
So my number 3, I'm using my super pick. It's a game series that I've played a handful of, but I have not played a vast majority of them. And most of them are considered good games, if not, some are even considered great games. But I'm going to take the Final Fantasy series.
Thought about doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, from a quantity perspective, that's brilliant.
There is over 15, because I know 13 has 3 parts, 10 has 2 parts, and 14 is an MMO, and 16 just came out. So yeah, I have plenty to choose from. I don't know how loose we're being with the terms, but they also have like tactics and other branch-off games. But even if we're just sticking to the main series, got a lot of them. Got the MMO, that's a time sink. I've played some of the spin-offs of 7. I've played 15, and I got 10 on a Steam sale. I'm excited to play it, but that's one game series that they kind of evolve, and it starts off just your turn-based and stays like that for a while, but the newer ones are different, so I think it'd be good enough to kind of switch it up and just change how things are, just break up the monotony of things, and I think that'd be a great pick.
There's over 100 games, including
Dang.
turn-based games, rhythm actions, fighting, and even kart racing.
Mm-hmm. There's a kart racing Final Fantasy?
Yeah, apparently, man. That's crazy.
Like I said, I don't know how loose you're being with the terms, but if I can get all those, then I'm set. I don't even need my other 2.
Yep.
Have you guys played any FF games?
I played.
I was more of a Dragon Warrior guy myself.
There you go. Do you have 16, Lou? I know that. Do you have a PS5? I don't remember.
I do not have a PS5. I played the first 7 reboot.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. I played one as a kid that I absolutely love, and I never remember what the name of it was, but it was a red. He had like a red coat. He had a gun. And
Oh,
I
Leon
loved that
Squall. Sorry, is that 8? He had like a gun blade, or was it a gun?
game. It was just a straight up gun.
Okay, I don't know.
I think it's one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Sounds like, yeah, sure, yeah.
They also, I forgot there was a PSP game, Final Fantasy Dystopia or something like that. Whatever. It's a fighting game, so I also get that too if we're including that. So.
Oh yeah, you're set.
Yeah.
Vincent Valentine. That's his name.
Do not know. Maybe if I saw him, but
Well, you would when you're trapped in the island, big dog.
there you go. Yeah.
You'll know
Apocalypse.
very
Yeah.
soon.
What's your number 3, Mike?
All right. I'm gonna go video game on this one. And this was a tough one because right now I am absolutely in love with Dying Light 2. And Dying Light 2 has an obscene amount of content in it. But I'm a little nervous to pick it because I don't know if this is the new exciting thing that makes me love it so much. So I'm going to go with Hollow Knight. I know we've talked about this one on the pod before. But it is insanely long, and there are a couple of really hard challenges that I am yet to complete. The all boss final Pantheon is one of the great challenges in gaming. I think that'd be fun to finally complete. And you just recently beat the Absolute Radiance, and I would love to knock that out. And it is just a very deeply replayable game with a beautiful story and lots of deep lore and cool challenges and combat and platforming challenges. So you can get multiple types of experience out of it. And so as far as a replayable time sink, it's an excellent one.
Yeah, most of the mods are just like making it easier though, but
I don't need any of the mods.
yeah, I assumed you wouldn't. But it looks fun.
I do recognize Vincent.
Yep, I think I just researched it. It's Dinge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy 7 V11. Sorry. Yeah, Hollow Knight. Good. Can't wait for the second one. If the second one will ever come out.
What are we getting first? Doors of Stone or Silkstone? Was it Silkstone? Was it Silk?
I'll take Silksong before Doors of Stone.
What do you think we're gonna get? Probably still.
No,
Silksong.
I mean like if I'm picking one, I'm taking Silksong as the far more likely option.
Mm-hmm.
Team Cherry's gonna live longer. Like the odds are just better.
Lou, what's your number 3?
My number 3, which I did not know until I did the research, has really, really good mods. So I'm very happy for that. This is my, oh my gosh, my whole family's dead. I need something to distract myself. I'm going to go Stardew Valley.
Oh. I know you love The Sims.
I hate The Sims. I don't like it. Yeah, if I don't know if this is on anybody's list, but oh my gosh, what's this stupid game called?
Stardew Valley?
No, CR, the VR. Ace. Oh my gosh. Striking out.
CR VR.
What did we just talk about on the group chat? What game did we just talk about? Minecraft. This is my Minecraft. I can't do Minecraft. It gives me a headache. But I feel like I need to do something that is oh my gosh, I'm really striking out, guys.
You're good.
Oh no. It's everything spinning.
Cozy, relaxing.
Yeah.
Farming.
Yeah. Oh.
Animals.
Yes.
Pierre.
My nipples
Fruits.
are hard.
Whoa. Mining.
Nice.
Yep. There you go. That's it. That's all I got.
Do you choose the dog or the cat first?
I don't really like cats.
Oh.
So
Hot
I choose the cat and I don't water it.
Whoa. Well,
There
if my wife survived the apocalypse with her Steam Deck, she would play Stardew Valley with you. I'm sure that's on her list.
That's good. She wouldn't survive. But
Becca, leave a comment down below. Would you survive?
Rest of the toppers, leave a comment down below. Would Becca?
Yes.
don't. I think she does a lot of good things, but
New Zealanders, let us know.
Yeah.
Could she eat human flesh? I doubt it.
If it's cooked well enough,
You're just like, Becca, don't go behind that tree. That's where our dinner is. Oh boy.
It's like The Village. They have that shed that must not be entered.
Oh, that's right. You watched that last night. What'd you think?
Yeah. I was gonna bring it up at the end of the pod, but it was enjoyable. I don't know if I want to watch it again, but it was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was for a bad movie. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't think it's a movie that should be watched again, personally, but
I don't think I have. I think I just watched it the once.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Last thing I'll say, that was a very, not at the time, but it became a very star-studded cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking it was much deeper than it would be, but Stardew Valley. What type of mods would you get? Would you get like the multiplayer mod or?
Yeah, I have it up right here, and I lost it. Sorry, I got too many tabs up. Oh, I would honestly, have you played with any mods?
I was gonna say really the only one I've played with that's like a must-have for me is faster walking.
Oh, I mean that's, I think there is a peacefulness to how fast you walk. It's very purposeful, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get your horse until the later game.
Yeah, I've never actually made it through like a full first year, so I wouldn't
not 1 year.
No, my ADHD is just like, I could do something else.
Dang, dude, that's crazy. You haven't even been to the sand area yet.
Nope.
Which is definitely not what it's called.
The desert, right? I think
the beach.
The beach.
I have been to the beach. Built that
Hopefully.
platform. Talked to whatever his name is.
Yeah, and I'd probably honestly the first thing that I would probably do, I would probably get really lonely and I would download like a relationship mod.
There's some there. Yeah.
I know there is.
You get the poly mod and marry all the villagers.
Nothing dirty, guys. Get your head out of the gutter.
I'm sure there's some of those too.
Oh, I bet there is.
You get that girl from Street Fighter into the game.
Chung Li.
That's the one.
That's the one. I could have said anything that's remotely Asian, and you would have said that's the one.
I don't know. I felt like that was what you would say. We'll have to test that out. I'm sure. Give me 40 minutes to forget and try it again.
Yeah, you keep yawning on the podcast, which I bet you is great to hear the audiences. But
ASMR.
we'll take it.
How do you know it's not Rob?
Because you have the green box go around you, dog. I mute my
so
mic.
Sleepy, okay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm bringing the energy when I open my mouth to do things other than yawn.
Yeah, I know there's some crazy expansions though for Stardew that you can get.
Yeah. Hopefully, something I can find to fix the combat. Because the combat sucks.
Pretty boring. Slash.
It's whack, yo.
All right, my number 2 is kind of a twofer, as it hits two things. But I'm like, I was thinking of music, and I'm like, hey, I could just get this out of the way with Guitar Hero. But then I'm like, well, there is this better version of Guitar Hero. So my number 2 is the PC game Clone Hero. You could argue it's a little bit of a cheat, but it's similar to Beat Saber where you can download songs and everything. So really, I could have my fix of most popular songs, be able to play it, and then I love Guitar Hero, so that works for that. And if I wanted to, I could just turn off, no fail mode and just listen to the song. So it hits not only video games, but it hits music. Some could say it's cheating, but that's my number 2.
I did not realize there was a no fail mode. That really makes a difference, because I was like, yeah, but then you have to perform the song for yourself.
Pretty sure there's even cheats in Guitar Hero and Rock Band for a no fail mode as well.
Interesting. The chord doesn't come off wrong if you don't hit it right?
No, in Clone Hero, Clone Hero is, you can basically get all the Guitar Heroes and all the Rock Bands on Clone Hero. I think it's technically an emulation, so you're supposed to own the game. But they have so many settings. Like, you can have it so it doesn't make a sound if you miss a note or whatever. You can just have no fail mode on. You can mess with the sliders and everything. So it really is the best way to play Guitar Hero. Yeah.
I remember playing Guitar Hero with you. I think low key at Dave and Buster's, and I was like, I'm gonna smoke this guy, and I did not. I lost very aggressively, and I was like, oh, I did not know you, Robert, had this skill. Now I know.
Want to know who actually is really good, or at least was really good at Guitar Hero? Drew.
True.
Yeah.
I immediately knew as soon as
Yeah.
you said it.
He
So he's got the sauce.
he's got the sauce. He says that's why his forearms are so big as a middle schooler.
Oh my gosh, when we made that joke in D&D about spilling seed. Oh my
Goodness,
god.
what?
That was so funny.
He's Catholic, so we made a spilling seed joke.
Dang, that's vicious.
He's got like 4 kids. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Only 4? Is he young?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's been on the pod. He was with the Desert Island, actually.
that's
That's
funny.
true. I don't know if you know.
Call back.
Yes.
Yeah, but he can rock it. I can play most. Hey, heyo.
Yeah, he can.
Heyo. I can play most songs on expert, but he can basically do anything besides Through the Fire and the Flames on expert. I think he's made it like 70% through the song, which is further than I can make it on hard for that song.
That is insanely impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That is very impressive. But hey, it's hard to get pregnant, I'll tell you that much.
Mike, what's your number 2?
So I don't even like calling it 2. It's more like 1A and 1B. Okay. I'm going to go with the Netflix original The Haunting of Hill House as my number 2 pick. I think that as an individual season of television, this is the greatest single season of TV ever made. It was directed by Mike Flanagan, which is just the gold seal for me. It is such an unbelievable improvement of the original idea that the book had, while still staying true to the core concepts. Brilliantly acted, brilliant character work, just fantastic storytelling. And when it wants to be scary, it is scary. I think it is the perfect season of television. And outside of the use of my super pick, cannot be topped.
Lou, have you seen Haunting Hill House?
I have. Yep, I saw it when it came out. So, has it been like 4? How many years has it been?
Well, I was in college.
More than 4. Yeah, I was going to say Joe wasn't born yet, so at least 6.
Yeah, it was great when I watched it. It like catapulted. I'm gonna stick with it. It catapulted that lady's career.
Mm-hmm.
She did you.
Younger sister.
Yeah. Great actress, or they call it act. They don't do actresses anymore, right?
No, they just say actor, which is like, it's nice because I don't mess it up anymore, but it is a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, it's not a hill that I want to fight on. But
oh no, I wouldn't die on the hill. It's just I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I'm not used to it yet.
So yeah, really, really good. I don't remember any of it though. I remember some parts actually, some things that happens to certain husbands and stuff. But so yeah, I would love to actually watch it again because I forgot it. So
it's been long enough that I could definitely go for another watch for sure. I've read the book somewhat recently, and it's fine. Nowhere near as good, but.
Did it make you guys throw up? You were so scared?
No, but it did almost make me throw my phone at one point. It's got what I think is the best and most well-earned jump scare in horror history. And I was watching it in a closet at work when I was working at the Summit one day, and the jump scare happened, and I like, and my phone jumped out of my hands, and I had to like reach out and catch it. Nasty janitor crap.
Lands in the mop water. Ugh.
Yeah.
yucky ducky.
I just remember when it came out, there's a review that's like, it was so scary I threw up, so they were running with that.
Yeah, it wasn't that scary, but it was scary.
Have you ever been scared to where you're about to throw up?
No, never once.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah. Me? No. Heart racing. I've been like, I felt it in my heart. I was like, oh no. We were playing murder and my neck was getting tight. My neck
That
literally.
I felt, yeah, like you get that, like the adrenaline starts pumping and like the glands in your neck start to like.
Yeah, I was like, oh
feel
no,
swollen.
I'm getting old. Yikes. But hey, that basement is pretty scary, I will say.
That is one of the creepier church basements I've been in a long time.
Yeah, but never thrown up. Felt close to it.
Who doesn't love doing a little murder in the church basements? Luz, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is. I don't love my number 2. I'll be honest with you. I love my number 2, but I don't love my number 2. You guys get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we've all taken a shit before. I understand the
Hey!
concepts.
That's good. Good
I
job.
thought that was excellent. Hey, that one was worth it. All right, just because you guys didn't laugh doesn't mean that wasn't a great joke.
It was a good joke. It was a good joke.
It was a great joke, even.
That was pretty good. My number 2 is the album. I've talked about this band probably more times than anything else. Absolutely love this band. First album, it was supposed to be a Creed. The research that I've done, it was supposed to be a Creed album, but the band broke up.
Kicked him out.
And kicked them out and made a new band. This is a lot of the songs that came from it. It's called One Day Remains by Alter Bridge. Every single song is an absolute banger. It's one of the albums where I have every single song saved on my Spotify. Yeah, I fall in love with this. I fall in love with this album almost every year. I have seasons where I just listen to this album on repeat constantly. It's a perfect album to me. I can't say anything else about it. I was thinking, like, a lot of the times when I'm really trying to zone out and just get away from the world, I will put this album on and then I'll play a game where it doesn't need audio. And I'm playing a lot of Street Fighter, baby, so I need something to hype me up.
There you go.
And yeah, so good.
It is a good album. Those first 2 albums were just fantastic.
Yeah, can't beat it, man.
All right, number 1s.
Number 1s.
My number 1 is a game I have not talked about on this pod for a while. I don't remember if it was on my Desert Island pick. I didn't go back and listen, but I tried the think of all new games. This one hits one of my favorite hobbies, and it has quickly become one of my favorite games, and it is Baldur's Gate 3.
I knew it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It is
good pick.
Yeah, it'll has my D&D fix, so I can play D&D. And then now this game is getting like the Skyrim treatment for mods, where there's just tons of mods coming out. So like right now there's this roguelike mod that basically you just scrap the whole game and you're like trying to just see how far you can get in the waves, and everything gets harder and harder. You can get like upgrades for your character and all that. That's really fun. I know people are working on like whole campaigns that you can just load into and play that instead of the base campaign. And I just think mod wise it's fantastic. And I'm not gonna get sick. I've been playing it for like a year and a half and haven't gotten sick of it, and I've perfected it and everything. So I feel like that has to be on my list.
Pretty good. Mike, you never played the game still, right?
Nope, saving it for a special. I got it bookmarked for something special. I know the circumstances, but that's for me to know.
Once we get 1,000 subscribers,
Ha!
Mike will stream it.
Trying to figure out what's gonna
So smash that subscribe
happen in your
button.
life there. But yeah, smash that subscribe button. I will say my second playthrough is it's less magical than I expected it to be.
That's weird because you're playing the Dirge, which is like, I feel like that's
A lot
the
of people
main
like.
character. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
it's
should have
just
been the main character instead of Tav.
It just makes me feel like icky.
Are you going full Dirge, or are you going Redemption? Like fight the Dirge?
I'm trying to do Redemption.
Okay.
With like a little bits of like dirtiness, but it's just not. I don't know. It just makes me sad. I don't know. Maybe I just need to play a different way. It's more my fault than the game's fault. But I expected it to be like playing the game for the first time again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know that first act like the back of my hand. Just go through there and everything, but love it. Great repair.
Do you always? Sorry.
No, what were we gonna say?
Do you always blow the place up?
The Oh, talking about the Gondolins?
Yeah.
Or the Iron Throne and all that?
In the first act, you...
Hold on, the Iron Throne is something different. You're not fooling me.
You're right. Different, but not different.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
talking about like the Druid Grove? Do I go against the Druid Grove?
No, like when you go and you try to capture back Halson, that little area.
Oh, Halson. Yeah.
Do you like...
I mean, I don't blow it up, but yeah, like I usually fight everybody.
Gotcha. Very cool.
It's the quote-unquote good option. Minthara isn't that good of a character, you know. But you can save her now. Now you can, even on good runs, you can get her in your party. So there goes that main action of the game. I feel like it took away a lot from evil playthroughs. So that was like, hey, at least you get Minthara because you're gonna lose, you know, Karlak and Will and all that. But you know, they wanted people to be able to play with all the voice actors that they gave a buttload of money to do, which makes sense.
Does make sense.
That was going to be my question. With these modded campaigns, is it going to just be text-based?
So I'm going to assume it's going to be like Skyrim, where there are some that are just text-based and you have to read it, but then there's some that they can either the voice actor themselves or they're getting AI and things like that, because that's how it was with Skyrim when they had quests and campaigns and things like that.
Very cool.
Yep, and you can basically get any class you want from D&D in the game, and it's a good time. Would recommend. Gotta watch out. There is some Street Fighter-esque mods in there, so you gotta make sure you're on the lookout for that. But Mike, what's your number one?
My number one, my super pick is I'm spending it on 3 seasons. I can't believe I'm doing it. But it is possibly the greatest 3 seasons of television. It is the Apple TV Plus original series, Ted Lasso. Have either of you guys ever seen this show?
Nope, we want to, but don't have Apple TV.
Yeah. Agree.
I got it for $60, the whole thing on Blu-ray. I figured I'm going to want to watch the show more than once more in my life. And rather than just randomly buy Apple TV Plus subscriptions, I just get it and then have it. And I'm very, very happy with that purchase. Essentially, the premise of the show is this woman, she divorces her husband, and the only thing her ex-husband ever loved was this football club, and so she takes the football club in the divorce, and then her plan is to spite him by just running it into the ground. So she hired an American college football coach to come be the new manager of her football club.
Soccer. For all you Americans.
Soccer, for those who haven't picked up yet. And Ted and Coach Beard show up, and Ted is such a relentless force of positive behavior and emotional health. Not that he's without his own room to grow, that he just forcibly drags everybody in the club into becoming better people. And despite it being a show that deals with a lot of real pain and hardship, it masterfully handles character growth, and it's a really beautifully told story that is hysterically funny. And everybody from my mother to myself loves this show. I've never met somebody who didn't like Ted Lasso. The third season, not as instant classic for most people. When it came out, I was watching it episode by episode live as it released, and I wasn't blown away, but I did my rewatch, and I was able to appreciate what they were doing with the characters and what they wanted to do with the characters, as opposed to where I wanted the characters to go. And I actually really liked the third season on rewatch as well. So I think every single season is just fantastic. And Lou, if you ever want to come over and watch, the door is always open for that. Same for you, Rob, but it's a bit longer of a trip.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'd be down to do that.
That and Hill House. You can get both of them.
There we go.
Sleepover.
All-nighter. What are the odds you guys, like, percentage-wise, Do you guys think you can pull an all-nighter nowadays?
I could do it. I wouldn't, but I could.
It would really hurt.
Yeah.
Old men.
Sorry, I don't have insomnia like you.
Even without insomnia, you know.
You could pull all-nighter and be okay the next day.
Oh God, no! I just couldn't pull an all-nighter.
I would get the worst headaches. I would feel like I'd have cancer.
I mean, I wouldn't shave my head, but like, yeah, I'd be in rough shape.
Rob, are you good, bro?
I think I was just trying to. I was letting you guys riff it a little bit, but yeah, I think I could do it. I mean, I'd be like drowsy the next day, but I don't, probably wouldn't be that much different than when I was in college. So I did go to actual college because I went to community college first, later than other people. So I don't think it'd be that bad. Heck, I stay up to like 4 a.m. on the weekends anyway. So.
Oh, you a wild man.
Yeah. Lou, why don't you bring it on home? Tell us what your number one pick is.
My number one pick. Sorry, I'm doing a little bit more research. I forgot. My number one pick. Can you guys riff for me? Give me a second. Can you guys guess what my number one pick is? Yeah. There we go.
Well,
I'm
we'll have
loving
you
it.
get your guitar next time. You can shred some.
I'm loving it.
Is it a video game, movie?
Okay.
Please wait while our unpaid intern deals with some technical difficulties.
Stop. They're gonna stop listening in Norway. Stop it, guys.
We don't need him to listen in Norway. We just need him to listen in the land of the long white cloud.
That's what it's called? You're gonna say that
originally, that was what the original word. I cannot pronounce it, but that's what it translates to.
Very cool. All right,
Trust
my
me.
super pick has 26,928 minutes, 31 arcs. That equals out to
Naruto?
400. No.
I don't know.
That's the thing. I love Naruto. I don't know why I said ew. But
Hold on, before you say it, finish setting it up. But I also have a guess.
Yeah. I mean, you should be able to guess this. It has 448 hours, 448.8 hours, 8, which equals out to pretty much 19 days. The manga has 110 volumes. There's 38 games and 15 films.
But
Let me hear it.
One Piece.
Yeah, you'll love to see it. I don't think One Piece is the best anime in the world. I'm actually finishing up Attack on Titan, and the last season is cray cray.
All right, don't say too much. Becca and I are watching it, though.
Oh my gosh!
And don't say cray cray.
It's so.
He went back to early 2010s there.
Literally crazy. It's so crazy. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Mike, I think you would love Attack on Titan.
It seems awesome.
The problem is he couldn't read the subbed,
Yeah.
No, I mean the dub is not bad. I will say.
Going from
Dub?
sub to dub.
All right. I'm just saying the dub's not bad. I'm leaning towards more dub because I'm doing things while I watch anime.
This is some compelling One Piece conversation.
Captain Levi.
Yeah, back to One Piece. Gosh, I'm striking out, guys. I feel like I have. Never mind. I shouldn't keep saying that. That's a little insensitive. I feel like I've almost said a lot of insensitive things in this podcast, and I just want to straight up just apologize to anybody that's listening that has felt affected with my words. Words have power.
And if you too did not water your cat, we apologize.
I've said so many things. My youth pastor used to say it's like holding a pink 22, and I never really knew what that meant until he was like, "It's a gun, Lucian." I was like holding a gun. That's holding the gun between my mouth, and I am sorry if you felt like I shot you, or shot adjacent. That's not a word.
Adjacent's a word.
So there you go. All you Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter fans out there who was guilt tripping, we're sorry.
And here we are. You know what's 2 words? One Piece, baby. Let's go. It always comes back. It always comes back. It's not Hunter x Hunter situation. All right. So this is the premise of the anime. I would not recommend this anime to anybody. It is ridiculously long. I watch 100 episodes a year, but I will say the problem with Naruto and Bleach and the rest of the big ones, especially like Dragon Ball Z didn't really have this problem, is that filler is crazy. If you don't know what
Dragon
filler
Ball Z
is,
had that problem.
I must have not actively avoided anything that was filler to Dragon Ball. I've only remembered the fights. Filler is nuts. It has nothing to do with the storyline. Naruto had like ones where he's literally fighting like a monster that's going to destroy the world, and the next episode he's trying to save somebody's cat. And that was the filler episode. I don't know why. I know why anime companies do this to pad their time. But I will say One Piece's filler isn't bad. I've laughed out loud at some of the One Piece filler episodes. And hey, I got all this time in the world. I get 38 games, and none of them are good, but at least I get to play something. And anime films suck. They are absolutely garbage.
There's
I would
a
not
couple
recommend
good
it.
ones. I don't know about One Piece, but just anime films in general.
I will say anime films, not like Miyazaki. I wouldn't consider that an anime film.
No, I'm not talking about Studio Ghibli.
Oh, okay. Are you
Like
talking
Dragon
about
Ball, Super Broly, yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
be hyped.
It's just one big fighting scene. But if you're into that,
Hey man, so I want to
Hey.
go hit the weights.
Pokemon the movie 2000.
okay. Now we're yes. I will say Pokemon.
More like
I'm
the
biting
first
my
movie.
words. I'm biting my words. The first like
Three is
three of
good
them.
too, yeah.
Yeah, the first three of them are really good. But generally, they're bad timed. They're poorly timed. Yeah, and then the manga. At least I get to read something because I didn't pick a book. Because honestly, I would probably lose the book if I picked one book.
fair.
I'd probably accidentally bury it in the sand and lose it.
Would you watch the live action one? I heard a lot of good things about the live action Netflix.
Yeah, I heard
Okay.
a lot of good things. It's literally that's the only thing I don't think I put down with One Piece. I think there's like One Piece like albums too. I could probably listen to. Yeah, I heard some pretty good things. I saw like a little bit of it. It's really cheesy and corny, but the anime is cheesy and corny. So, what can you say?
Can't believe you don't remember Goku gets his license. After he can fly, he gets a driver's license.
No.
And there's like
No.
Piccolo's driving with him and everything.
No.
Yeah, they made a whole other thing, Dragon Ball Z Kai, where it cuts out most of the fillers. I'm like, yeah, it's a pretty big problem.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Never seen One Piece. Just know the pirate. They're pirates, right?
Yep, they're pirates, and pretty much what they do. I've watched like 4 arcs, and all they do is just drive to a different country, just kill the leader of that country because they're bad leaders, and then just go to another country and just kill
Freaking
that leader.
colonialists.
Yeah, it's just they just straight up. And then they go up in the sky, and then they kill a god.
Whoa.
They come back down to another country, and then kill that leader.
Isn't there a big like food part to it too? Or is that another anime?
What are you talking? Oh, like the
I
how
thought
they
they
get
eat a
their
lot
powers.
of food or something.
Oh, how they get their powers is through fruit called
There you
devil
go.
fruit. Is that what you're leaning towards?
I just thought there was something about like food was some aspect of the anime.
Yeah, you get your double
Bricked
fruit.
up on
you really
fruit.
don't. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You go, boy.
All right.
That's me.
You guys got any honorable mentions right quick?
No, this was a hard list to come up with.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, at this point, I would just be spouting things that I like.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Skyrim, that was on my desert island one for the mods and everything. And I thought about putting Valheim on there, but that might be a recency bias type thing.
That's why I left Dying Light off. Minecraft. I thought about Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft, that won the vote.
There we go.
So that's going to be the next big group game.
Yep. So join our Discord. Links in the description. Like I said, we got Minecraft server coming up. You can join us on our end of Valheim, and then we got the book club, which should be a good time. Mike, what are we talking about next week?
Okay, so I can just pick, or I can throw out the 2 ideas and see what.
Go ahead, hit us with them.
All right, so I got a music idea. You're familiar with the term one-hit wonder?
Wonderwall.
I think it'd be fun to do one album wonders. So bands that have one album you absolutely love and nothing else you like that much. Or I would not mind doing Times You Changed Your Mind.
Gosh.
And Rob's like, is there a third option?
I'll pick letter C. What's your opinion, Lou? What do you got?
I can't think of one album wonder. Which is actually a Rolling Stone thing too. Is it just a one album wonder to us or the band as a whole?
Yeah, you personally.
Okay, that would make it easier.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I would go me. I would go the personal route. So.
I was thinking music. So, Mike, it's down to you. Which one do you want to talk? What? Nowhere. Filler. Welcome to Filler, guys. Filler podcast.
Now I feel like I'm picking between you.
Flip a coin. Do you want me to flip a coin?
It's okay. I mean, you can pick the redhead.
Let's do Times You Change Your Mind. That's
son of a gun. He doesn't like me as much.
It's just I spend more time with him now. That's the only thing.
See how it is. Move North Dakota. Lou just steps on in there to comfort him and all that.
Hey man, you moved. That was your choice.
Yeah, I mean, if Mike had another sister, you best believe I would have tried.
Well, with that, thank you all for listening to this episode of the Top Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like we're missing something, but well, that's on me for not remembering. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe. If we hit 1,000 subs on YouTube, Mike will play Baldur's Gate 3. You heard it. We got it clipped. We'll play it, or whatever other thing happens in his life. But I don't know which one's going to hit first. We'll find out. It's on you guys. Share it. All you New Zealanders out there, you guys rock. Tell us the best thing about rugby. And how many times you've been to Hobbiton. That's about all I know. If you're watching or listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to check out what other people have said. I know Cantwell's in there spewing things, but yeah. Just thank you. We appreciate you guys. Thank you all for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
I got Lieutenant Dan to buy, First Mate Dan to buy a PS5 today.
Why would you do that to him?
Because it's the far superior of the two options.
Is that his name now,
PC.
Lieutenant Dan?
No, First Mate Dan.
Oh, okay.
I guess he probably does have a PC.
Not he doesn't have a high-end PC.
God, why did you tell him to get a PS5 then? It's the best of all of them.
I agree, the PS5 is the best of all of them.
No, PC.
PC.
I said PC.
Well, he's still toying with the idea of, so let me